wanted to make this a really quick one, if at all possible. You know, I was just here thinking, Robert, about, you know, we're fortunate to live here in Colorado Springs. All the disasters across the nation that have been happening, all those poor people up there in New York. I mean, wow, 30-some people have already died in the storms up there. Then you look at what's happened in Texas and Oklahoma, Alabama, all across, man. And in California, getting flooded. It's crazy. We get some snow and we're going, oh, wow. Anyway, we're supposed to make it quick. You know, we're the 39th largest city in the nation now. It's like, really? It's hard to believe because our family came here in the late 50s, and we were smaller than Pueblo. Pueblo was a bigger city than us. Won't be long, we'll be surpassing Denver. It's amazing. Anyway, getting on with things. A few things. Interest rates have gone up a tad, as we probably suspected. The Treasury went up a little bit this last week. So we're looking at interest rates for VA and FHA 5.8 to 5.9, which is still really good. And then conventional 6.25 to 6.5. Good rates, so can't complain about that. I want to mention a few things that were really positive that has occurred this month. Earlier this month, and I'm going to try to pronounce the name of this company, Zivaro, Z-I-V-A-R-O. They're coming to town. They do information technology. Basically, they work with Space Command. And they're going to be hiring a little over 300 jobs here in town. So that's like, yes, that's amazing. The continued growth here in Colorado Springs is just, someone, as a matter of fact, asked me the other day, they called up a friend of mine that's lived here for a long time, retired military, and he works in cybersecurity, and goes, what's the deal with Colorado? It just keeps on growing, with the Springs, I mean. And it's true. The commercial businesses of all kinds have been flooding into town. It just keeps growing. But that's good news, Zivaro. So if anyone likes the Space Command information and get into that type of security, they might want to look them up. And here's another one. This one came in December 21. It was in our front page of our newspaper. Let me see if I can get the name of this. I'm going to butcher another name just because I can. No, it's just because I can't pronounce it. Integris, E-N-T-E-G-R-I-S. They're a Massachusetts-based company. So they are a global supplier of electronic materials and supports semiconductor businesses. Now, they've been here in a small way, for over 30 years. And now they're going to build a humongous plant, spending over $600 million and hiring over 600 people locally. The base of people here, the high tech and the knowledge base that's here is just amazing, because a lot of the retirement people that are already into that field have maintained it here because it's a beautiful place to be. So that's really interesting. If you're interested in something along that line, you might want to give Integris a jingle and find out about their plans and their time frames. They have to build a building first. But they're going to be hiring, I threw the paper down, all kinds of folks. Here. They're going to be hiring, managers, technicians, chemists, engineers, warehouse operators, you name it, everything else. So I think on the small end, their paychecks are going to be, their annual income will be around $75,000. So, and it only can go up from there. So I think that's pretty good. Now, the intellectual property of the people here in our city is what brings all these companies into our nation. And I just drew rate projections. It's on the floor. Don't worry about it. I'll read it from here. I don't need my glasses for that one. Mortgage rate projections for this next year. Coming in, first quarter, 6.35. Hope you don't mind me turning my head to see that. And then second quarter, they're looking at 6.05. This is the projections, of course. Third quarter, they're looking at 5.9, and fourth quarter, 5.73. So they're looking at everything going down as things settle down a little bit, because it's been kind of rocky. So anyhow, I had an old projection on interest rates. This one I just pulled up yesterday. Sorry, folks. Here's the latest and greatest. Conventional, 6.5 to 6.75, VA, FHA, 5.99 to 6.25. Now that's upgraded from the ones I gave you earlier. Sorry about that. Jumbos, 6.375. Investment properties, you got to have 75% loan to value. So that you got to know, and that's because the interest rates this week due to the 10-year Treasury eked up just a hair. Here is some interesting news in regards to what's happening on our local market. I know I'm supposed to keep it short. Starting in December 8th, here's the numbers real quick. New listings, 227. Today, new listings, 73. What a change. Price decreases today. 118 have reduced pricing. Price decreases at the first of the month, 426. Talk about people making some changes. You know, at first it's taken them a while to understand what's going on in the market, and slowly they're coming down, they're adjusting to what is a leveling out of the business, and that's what I'm calling it. It's just a leveling out. Closed properties as of 8 December, 275. Let's take a look at what we have today. Today, our closed properties, 171. End of the year, everything's coming to a halt. So it's really interesting to see what's going on. But I think once we get over the hump, past mid-January, we're going to see our inventory really jump. Because I remember in February of this year, there was one point where we had less than 180, or excuse me, less than 200, because it was in 180s, less than 200 single-family homes on the market. Can you? We normally have 3,500 to 4,000. We're in the 2,500s now, so we're getting there. Last minute thing that I received from a friend of mine 5 minutes ago, just as a reminder for those of you who are here in the springs and need to get rid of junk come springtime, it's J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. So that's somebody you might want to talk to get rid of all the extra stuff out of your garage, your house, and everything else. Phone number, 844-GET-J-Dog. So that's it, and that's quick. I promise to be fast, so hopefully that's good. Thanks, Robert, and I am done. You guys take care. Be blessed. Bye now.